Chapter 2. The Discipline of the Mind. Why do we feel so scattered? We're busier than ever. Meetings, messages, multitasking. But deep down, many of us feel unfocused, anxious, and constantly behind. Seneca saw this too, not in the age of smartphones, but in the heart of ancient Rome. Distraction, restlessness, and emotional instability were as real then as they are now. That's why, in Chapter 2, we explore one of the Stoics' most important ideas. Your happiness depends on the stability of your mind. If your thoughts are scattered, your life will feel chaotic, no matter how much money or success you have. But if your mind is disciplined, you can remain calm in the storm. In today's episode, we'll unpack 4 powerful lessons from Seneca's letters on mental discipline, clarity, and how to take back control of your life. Let's begin with one of the most honest observations ever written. Lesson 1. We waste most of life. Letter 1. On saving time. Seneca writes, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." He's not saying life is too short. He's saying we treat it like it's endless. We delay what matters. We binge distractions. We spend hours on small things and never get to the big ones. In Rome, this looked like political gossip, long banquets, and public games. Today, it's endless scrolling, notification pings, and saying yes to everything. Seneca calls this theft, not by others, but by ourselves. Here's a modern example. Think about your week. How much time did you spend intentionally versus reacting? Emails, reels, group chats. The week disappears, and we wonder why we feel tired and unfulfilled. Seneca's advice is simple. Be conscious of time. Guard it like a treasure. Key takeaway. You don't need more time. You need to stop wasting the time you already have. Every minute you own is a chance to build the life you want. If that resonates with you, take one moment now. Like this video, share it with someone who values time, and subscribe to Wealth Waves. We bring you weekly wisdom to sharpen your mind and elevate your life. Let's move now to the core of Stoic training. Inner control. Lesson 2. Master yourself. First, Seneca writes, "Cling, therefore, to this sound and wholesome plan of life. Indulge the body just so far as suffices for good health. Treat the soul as the guardian of your inner peace." Here, Seneca reminds us, the goal isn't pleasure or luxury, it's harmony. He doesn't say to ignore your body. Eat well, rest well, but don't be ruled by cravings. Don't chase what feels good at the cost of what is good. In ancient Rome, people flaunted wealth. They dined extravagantly, wore fine robes, bathed in gold. Seneca, though wealthy, chose simplicity. He warned that indulgence makes you weaker, not stronger. Now let's zoom in on modern life. We're surrounded by temptation, fast food, fast entertainment, fast dopamine. Click, scroll, consume. But does it make us happier? Seneca would say no. Real joy comes from balance, from choosing what nourishes your soul, not just what excites your senses. Key takeaway. Control over your body, desires, and habits leads to mental freedom. Don't live to indulge, live to grow. And part of growth is knowing who to learn from and who to ignore. Lesson 3. Be careful whose advice you follow. Letter 2. On discursiveness in reading. Seneca writes, "You must linger among a limited number of master thinkers and digest their works, if you would derive ideas which shall win firm hold in your mind." In other words, stop consuming endlessly. Read deeply, not widely. Learn from a few great minds. Not every influencer, every tweet, every trending clip. In Seneca's time, philosophers wrote scrolls, not tweets. But even then, he noticed people hopping from idea to idea, without absorbing anything. He called it discursiveness, jumping around without direction. Now, think about today. YouTube videos, podcasts, blogs, self-help books, motivation reels. It's easy to watch 10 things and remember none. Seneca says, find a few voices of wisdom, study them, apply them. That's how ideas transform your life. Here's a modern parallel. You don't build strength by using 20 different workout plans. You build strength by repeating one, with discipline. Key takeaway: choose your mentors carefully, and revisit their wisdom often. Shallow knowledge creates confusion. Deep learning creates transformation. Now let's tackle one of the biggest blocks to mental clarity: constant movement. Lesson 4. Stillness brings strength. Letter 6, on sharing knowledge. Seneca writes, there is no enjoying the possession of anything valuable unless one has someone to share it with. Wait, what does sharing knowledge have to do with stillness? It's this: when you stop chasing and start reflecting, you grow. And when you grow, you have something real to offer. Seneca reminds us that a disciplined mind is not just for you. It's so you can uplift others. In ancient Rome, wisdom wasn't hoarded. It was passed on through letters, debates, and shared reflection. Now, think of today's world. We're constantly consuming, but rarely creating. Watching others, but rarely sharing what we've learned. Stillness isn't laziness. It's space for insight. It's where ideas take root. And from that stillness, you can give. Not noise, but clarity. Key takeaway: a strong mind is a generous mind. Slow down, reflect, then share what strengthens others. And speaking of sharing, if you found these ideas helpful, consider exploring our earlier chapters. Meditations by Marcus Aurelius and Chapter 1 of Letters from a Stoic are packed with timeless wisdom. The links are in the description. Like, share, and subscribe to Wealth Waves, because wisdom grows when we share it. Closing reflections. So, what did we learn in this chapter? 1. We waste life not because it's short, but because we aren't present. 2. Self-control is the foundation of peace. 3. Depth matters more than volume. Choose your mentors wisely. 4. Stillness is strength, and wisdom grows when it's shared. Seneca knew what we're just beginning to rediscover. A peaceful mind is the highest wealth, and it's available to anyone who trains for it. In our next chapter, we dive into something even deeper: the art of living well. How to choose friends, avoid the crowd, live richly even without money, and why travel won't cure inner unrest. That's all in Chapter 3. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. And thank you for choosing to invest your time in wisdom. This is Ancient Wisdom for Modern Life, brought to you by Wealth Waves. Until next time, live wisely, live simply, and protect your peace.